Yes, people, peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. As always, my name is Richard Sudan and you're watching the African Diaspora channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe and to support the platform. Now, the reason I want to talk to you today is because I want to talk about a very interesting exchange which took place recently between the football star Zlatan Ibrahimovic and the NBA star LeBron James. Some comments made between the two and ultimately LeBron James's response. Now, both of these men are titans and legends of their sport and they need to be commended for that. But that said, I was very disappointed in Zlatan Ibrahimovic's comments towards LeBron James. Let's take a look at the exchange.
You like going to watch basketball?
Yeah. I liked a lot, and I mean, he's a phenomenal in what he's doing. But I don't like when people, when they have some kind of status and they go in and they do politics at the same time what they're doing. I mean, do what you're good at. Do the category you do. I play football because I'm the best in playing football. I don't do politics. If I would be a politician, I would do politics. That is the first mistake people do when they become famous and they come in a certain status. Stay out of it. Just do what you're best at because it doesn't look good.
LeBron, to go away from the court for a second, Zlatan, the soccer player, said that he believes that famous people and athletes such as yourself shouldn't use their platform to do anything other than what they're good at in their athletic endeavor. As someone who has promoted the idea of more than an athlete and trying to empower players to use their voice to speak on their communities, do you have any response to what he said?
Nah, absolutely not. I mean, because at the end of the day, I would never shut up about things that's wrong. I preach about my people and I preach about equality, social injustice, racism, systematic voting, voter suppression, things that go on in our community. Because I was a part of my community at one point and seeing the things that was going on, and I know what's going on still because I have a group of 300 plus kids at my school that's going through the same thing and they need a voice. And I'm their voice. And I use my platform to continue to shed light on everything that may be going on, not only in my community, but around this country and around the world. So, if there's no reason, I won't say no reason, but there's no way I will ever just stick to sports because I understand how this platform and how powerful my voice is. And he can just ask Renee Montgomery, if I would have shut up and just dribbled. Seeing that beautiful black woman today, be a part of a group where she's part of an ownership group now with the Atlanta Dream down in Atlanta. And it's funny he say that because I believe in 2018, he was the same guy who said when he was back in Sweden, talking about the same things because his last name wasn't a certain last name that he felt like it was some racism going on when he was out on the pitch. Right? He did say that, right? Yeah, I thought he said that. So I speak from a very educated mind. I'm kind of the wrong guy to actually go at because I do my homework.
Now, as you can see, Zlatan Ibrahimovic told LeBron James to stay in his category. Now, this is problematic on a number of levels, in my opinion. Can you imagine a world in which Muhammad Ali had not spoken truth to power and had not spoken out against police brutality and about racial injustice lived and experienced by black people in the United States? And of course, Muhammad Ali also spoke about other issues of global injustice. What would have happened if Tommy Smith, the Olympian, had not raised his fist in protest at the conditions of black people in America? What would the world look like if Colin Kaepernick had not taken a knee in protest at ongoing and systemic police brutality and racism in the United States? And of course, this goes way beyond sports. What would have happened if Nina Simone had just stayed in her category and had just stuck to singing? And what if ordinary people like Rosa Parks had not taken the stand she had taken? And these are just names off the top of my head. There's probably a whole list of names. Maybe you can name some of them in the comments below. The reality for me is that I don't want to live in a world where people just stay in their category. History is not just written by the winners. History is also written by people who have the courage to be steadfast and to speak truth to power and to call out injustice wherever they see it. There's another dimension to this which is also alarming for me. There's a long history and a long precedent of whenever black people speak up and speak about the racial injustice they are dealing with, and also in their communities, they basically get told to be quiet. Now, Zlatan Ibrahimovic is speaking from a platform of extreme privilege. I wonder if he would have made the comments he made if his own family was dealing with similar injustices, if his own community was dealing with similar injustices, but I suspect not. So this debate really goes beyond King James and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. This is a much wider debate about people having the courage to speak up and say the right thing and be on the right side of history, because a world without the people like LeBron James speaking up, a world without the Muhammad Alis, without the Nina Simones, would be a very different world indeed. And so I think we need to commend LeBron James for his ongoing work, for continually raising the plight of black people in America. More power to him. There's of course another irony with Zlatan Ibrahimovic even bothering to tell LeBron James to stay in his category, because if that's what Zlatan Ibrahimovic thinks, maybe he should just be quiet in the first place and allow the people who are doing the very serious and needed work of speaking about injustice, of speaking truth to power, to continue with the work they are doing. So let us know what you think about this topic. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and to spread the platform, spread the word. I've been Richard Sudan. This is the African Diaspora channel. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.